Breaking overnight, deadly crash.
LaGuardia Airport is closed at this time. No aircraft in or out.
A passenger plane with 76 on board colliding with a fire truck on the tarmac. The plane's nose destroyed. The pilot and co-pilot killed. Air traffic controllers scrambling to divert other planes. Gio Benitez is on the scene for us. Inside secrets. Before buying your next car, the former salesman sharing his insider knowledge.
You're the man because you got me $17.50 off, didn't you?
I did.
Bada boom, bada bing. Let's go.
His top ways that could help you save thousands.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the best of both worlds. Miley Cyrus celebrating the 20th anniversary of Hannah Montana. And we spoke to Miley about this throwback.
I'm Robin Roberts, and today we sit down with Miley Stewart.
It's time for GMA3.
You get the best of both worlds.
We love Hannah Montana.
Sure do.
Yes, we have a great show coming up. Hello, everyone. I'm Rhiannon Alley.
And I'm Will Reeves. So glad you can be with us on what's turned out to be a busy Monday.
Yeah, very busy. Coming up, the host of the new show called Love Overboard. Will, what if you had to walk the plank?
I'm
on
out.
a date.
I'm out.
These contestants fall into the sea if they're eliminated. And Gabby Windey, who we've seen compete on so many shows, she is taking a shot at hosting now. She's going to tell us all about it. It looks like a fun show.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. Also ahead, gas prices are ticking up. The national average almost $4. So Elizabeth Schulze will have the areas being hit hardest.
But we do want to begin with some breaking news overnight at LaGuardia Airport here in New York City. A deadly collision between a passenger plane and a truck shutting down the airport. Transportation correspondent Gio Benitez is on the scene for us. Gio, good afternoon. What do we know so far?
Oh, Rhiannon, it's so awful what happened here at LaGuardia Airport. As you've said, 2 people have died, the pilot and the co-pilot of that plane. I want to go ahead and zoom out here because you can see it's a rainy day here, but you can see that wreckage of the plane right there on the runway. You see emergency crews all around it. This is a very big investigation here at LaGuardia Airport.
Overnight, deadly collision at LaGuardia Airport. An Air Canada Express flight colliding with a fire truck on the runway, leaving the pilot and co-pilot dead.
Stop, truck one. Stop. Stop, truck one. Stop.
Air Canada Flight 8646 from Montreal with 72 passengers and 4 crew members on board landed at LaGuardia at around 11:40 p.m. Sometime shortly after touching down, the plane appeared to be going about 30 miles per hour and it collided nose first with a fire truck.
I see you collide with a vehicle there. Just hold position. I know you can't move. The vehicle's there responding to you now.
Images show the plane's nose destroyed, the entire plane tilted up into the air, shreds of the plane hanging to the runway below, the mangled fire truck on its side in the grass, surrounded by debris. Our New York station WABC speaking with 2 of the passengers.
All of a sudden, boom, woke up in shock, just didn't know what to do. People were just in shock, like people were like caving in, just heard a loud bang, and then everyone's like freaking out, not knowing what to do.
LaGuardia, one of the nation's busiest airports, closing down immediately.
LaGuardia Airport is closed at this time. No aircraft in or out.
In addition to the deaths of the pilot and co-pilot, at least 41 people were hospitalized, including 2 first responders.
Meanwhile, there was another incident over at Newark Airport. This was the air traffic control tower that was evacuated earlier today because they thought they smelled smoke in there. There was no fire, but they thought they smelled smoke. That has since been lifted. They had a ground stop in place, but that ground stop has been lifted and everything has been resolved there. But an incredibly busy aviation day here in the New York area, guys.
Yeah, Gio, a mess all around. Thank you for your reporting there. We're going to turn now to the skyrocketing price of gas, the war with Iran raging on. Elizabeth Schulze is in Washington. She has the latest on the pain at the pump. Good afternoon, Elizabeth.
Hey, Will, so gas prices are very quickly approaching $4 a gallon on average for the first time in 4 years. The national average right now stands at $3.93. That's up almost a full dollar since the start of the Iran war. Gas is already well above $4 in 7 states, including most of the West Coast. And Gas Buddy says that in total, Americans are now paying more than $500 million extra every day on gas and diesel compared to the start of the war. There is one state where prices are set to go down, and that's Georgia. The governor has now signed into law a 60-day suspension of the state's gas tax there. That's the first state to do this in an attempt to bring some relief to drivers. Will.
Now, Elizabeth, President Trump says that oil and gas prices are going to come right back down as soon as the war ends. Is that really going to happen?
There is no guarantee, Will, that prices will immediately drop. Oil has skyrocketed from $65 a barrel to around $90 because of an historic supply shock. There's virtually still no oil moving through the Strait of Hormuz. Iran has escalated its attacks now on oil facilities in countries like Qatar and Saudi Arabia. So ramping production back up at those facilities that are damaged and getting that oil supply moving again in the region could take months. It's not like it's just turning on a tap again. United Airlines CEO did say that they are planning for oil to stay above $100 a barrel until the end of 2027. If that is the case, it would likely mean gas prices stay higher for longer too, guys.
All right, Elizabeth Schulze, thank you for that update there. We are going to turn now to March Madness. The men's Sweet 16 is set and 99.99999% of brackets are busted. But it was a fun weekend. I think ESPN said there was one perfect bracket left. Yes. Did you watch games all weekend?
Yeah, I
That's
watched games all weekend. But whoever has that one perfect bracket, we should be talking ball with them. But in any case, there were plenty of big moments. We're going to dive into those in a second. But the big headline is we will have a new men's champion. Number 1 Florida going down, upset by number 9 Iowa. That's Alvaro Folgueras with the winning shot with 4.5 seconds left. That's a big moment. So Florida out in the second round. The Hawkeyes into the Sweet 16. Another big moment, courtesy of St. John's. Dylan Darling hadn't made a basket all game, but he made that one right there when it counted. A driving layup to knock off Kansas at the buzzer. So St. John's is into the Sweet 16 for the first time since 1999. That sets up a showdown between legendary coach Rick Pitino's squad and the number 1 overall seed Duke Blue Devils. And 4 seed Nebraska surviving against Vanderbilt. That's a half-court heave from Vandy's Tyler Tanner. It would have won it, but it rims out, so Nebraska survives, and they move on to their first Sweet 16 in program history. And it's hard to call Texas a Cinderella because of how much money exists in its athletic program generally and basketball program specifically, but that does not negate the fact that the Longhorns are an 11 seed into the Sweet 16, making them the 6th play-in team ever to make it that far since the tournament expanded to 68 teams. Texas upsetting number 3 Gonzaga over the weekend.
It was quite a weekend, really. I was so sad for my Kansas Jayhawks. I know, but I'm so happy for St. John's and the darling of New York there. But let's talk women now.
Yeah, let's keep it with Texas to start off with the women. They're continuing to crush it. They're a 1 seed. They beat Oregon 100-58. And number 2 seed LSU, they also scored over 100 points for the 16th time this season. That's a record. Lots of great women's action going on right now on ESPN. The second round concludes today. The Sweet 16 will be set by the end of the night.
Who did you pick to win it all for the women? Are they still in it?
They're undefeated.
That's who I picked.
Amazing. Yeah.
How do you not go with UConn this year? But we'll see. As the men have shown us, anything can happen. That's why they call it March Madness. Coming up, we are celebrating National Puppy Day. We have some puppies here. Will.
Oh, good.
Yes, they're so adorable. We are positive you don't want to miss it.
All right, Pop News time. Sophie Play is here. Sophie, all the stories are important, but we got to move fast because the final one coming up is the big one.
You're so right, Will. Well, we begin Pop News with the celebration of women in media during Women's History Month. The 51st Annual Gracie Awards celebrate women in TV, radio, audio, and more who are showing up, telling the truth, and making it impossible to look away. And we want to celebrate the winners in our ABC and Disney family. Dancing with the Stars taking home the Foundation's prize for Best Competition Series. Hulu's hugely popular series Paradise, which just got renewed for season 3, won for Best Drama. And Deborah Roberts is taking home the Gracie for News Podcast Host. And the Grand Award for Documentary this year has been awarded to Hulu's Barbara Walters' Tell Me Everything for superior storytelling and production that aligns with the Gracie Awards mission. All the Gracie Award winners will be celebrated this summer in Los Angeles.
Congrats to all.
Congratulations to them. Yes. And if there's one thing we know for sure, Miley Cyrus always finds her way back home. The former Disney Channel star is gearing up to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Hannah Montana. And 16 years ago, Robin Roberts appeared in an episode of the beloved series. ABC's Kelly Carter asked Miley about it. Check it out.
In an episode in season 4, our very own Robin Roberts was a part of it.
I'm Robin Roberts, and today we sit down with Miley Stewart, the remarkable young woman who is, or rather was, Hannah Montana.
Robin, at this point, she's seen my family like on and off camera, so she knows the BTS Cyrus family. It was chaos because we all love Robin, so my mom was like so strict about us being on our best behavior. We were not. It was fully chaos at the house, full dysfunction because she came to our home too.
Kelly got to sit down one-on-one with Miley on the set of her upcoming special to hear all about how she's celebrating 2 decades of Hannah Montana. That conversation will air tomorrow on GMA, and Hannah Montana 20th anniversary special will air exactly 20 years to the day since the original series premiered, streaming tomorrow on Disney Plus and Hulu. And finally, I don't know if you can see, but we have some friends here. This segment is now being renamed Pup News because we are celebrating National Puppy Day. And
It should be Pup News every day.
Every day,
Nice.
every day. In case you're looking for a new addition to the family, or you just want to see some pretty adorable faces, our friends at Best Friends Animal Society brought in the sweetest looking pups looking for forever homes, and we have TJ, Valerie right here, and Max. Get this, according to Best Friends data, most puppies get adopted within their first month in a shelter, staying only 6 days, but they say that nearly 4% of puppies become long-term shelter residents. Last year, there were about 20,000 puppies who needed extra care and help finding their forever homes. All of these dogs and so many more are available for adoption at Best Friends Animal Society in New York. You don't want to let them stay there too long, but of course, make sure you celebrate all the puppies in your life and in your home as well. Extra treats for everyone today on this National Puppy Day.
Especially these
Sophie,
three.
thank you.
Look how adorable.
You guys are falling in love. I can see it.
I love you deeply.
I cannot function.
So deeply.
because
We're going to
I-
toss to commercial break now.
Okay, we're going to say up next, Tori Johnson is here with Deals and Steals. I might steal this puppy.
I know.
It's Robin's Rockin' Roundup. Big savings on some of Robin Roberts' favorite deals from over the years. From fragrances to a foot massager. You won't want to miss that.
Come on. Where are you going? We are back now with Deals and Steals, and our friend Tori Johnson is here with part 2 of Robin's Rockin' Roundup, highlighting some of Robin Roberts' all-time favorite deals. And that's a big deal because Robin has seen a lot of products over the
Exactly.
years.
She has. For more than 10 years, she has seen Amelia Rose earrings, and I don't think a week goes by when Robin is not wearing something from Amelia Rose. These are all the earrings that she's, or in her current rotation, I like to say. But really, they're timeless classics. They lay beautifully. They're so lightweight, beautifully made. And then we've got their new Marigold collection, which are all these flowers here, plus add a little pop of color with a necklace. Why don't
Will
you?
you? A little pop of color.
Yep.
Gray.
All 50% off. These start at $30.
Nice.
Really
Gorgeous.
beautiful. Okay, Sterling Forever. When Taylor Swift got engaged, of course, a lot of companies were like, we got to get in on that. And Sterling Forever created this ring. So this is it's a cushion cut. It's the equivalent of about 8 carats.
Whoa.
Look how much bling is on it. You could pass that to Rihanna. Let her like.
Okay, sorry, here
it
it
looks
is.
good.
Okay.
It looks good.
Thanks.
But Robin immediately loved it. You'll notice seeing it on her finger. Today she wore one of their new amethyst ones. Isn't it fun? It's so fun. And instead of thinking of it like an engagement ring,
So
it's
this
like
doesn't cost what Taylor's cost, though.
it does not cost what Taylor's cost, and you don't need a Kelsey. You could treat yourself on these, especially because they're like cocktail rings.
Yeah.
They're just fun. And I also love all of their big heart necklaces with bling, without bling, your choice. Everything's at least 50% off, plus with Sterling Forever, free shipping.
Free shipping.
We love free shipping.
Yes, we
okay.
do.
Casablanca. This is Sal and Lara's favorite.
Okay.
This Vanilla Supreme is Robin's. Robin sprays and then walks into it.
Okay. I'm gonna do the
Morgan,
Robin
is
method.
that what you're gonna do? Yep. That's
Okay.
That's the Robin. What do you say about that?
So I loved it.
You do?
It's fantastic.
It's really
Yeah.
nice, right?
I'm on Team Sal and Lara, but
You
also
are?
on Team Robin. It's all fantastic.
There you go. You can't go wrong with any of these. Octavia was a guest here. She was in a founder segment that I did, and Robin fell in love with this, so this became her go-to. We've got full size, travel size, all 50% off.
That's good stuff.
Really great.
Love a good deal.
Okay, birth date candles. So the proof, you guys, is in this one, right? Like you can see that's but Robin needed a refill on this. So you can see this has been burning in her dressing room. You take your birth date, plug it in. There's 365 different candle scents that are based on astrology and numerology.
Oh.
And they're pretty exciting. Like George, one of his characteristics was his birthday, intellectual.
It makes sense.
Good one.
Sam,
Yeah.
gifted. Lara, creative. So really kind of exciting on these. You can create your own candle. Everything here is 50% off. Really fun.
You forgot to mention yourself. You are bright and just and dependable, Tori Johnson.
There you go.
There you go.
There you
All
go.
true.
Still standing. If you wear high heels, this is the spray you need. So it uses plant power, ilex, arnica, aloe. Spray it on your feet, let it dry, and it helps to eliminate the pain before it starts. This is genius. Robin uses it every time she has on heels.
Which is every day.
50% off and free shipping.
Oh,
yes,
I love
which is
this.
every day. And when your feet hurt after a long
Hello.
day, tell us, Elena.
After a long day of doing all-day beauty, this is glam approved.
That's
Glam fam approved.
The Migo foot massager, it's got compression, heat, vibration, from soft to firm. You will get the relief, plus it's 50% off and free shipping.
Tori, thank you so much. Elena, thank you so much. We have partnered with all of these companies on these great products. You can get them at GMAdeals.com. They're all fantastic. And coming up, we have a former car salesman who is sharing his secrets that could help you save thousands of dollars on your next vehicle. Who doesn't love to save money?
Oh, yeah.
We do.
I'm in.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back to GMA3. Tomorrow on GMA, one-on-one with Miley Cyrus, talking about the 20th anniversary of Hannah Montana.
I can't believe it's been 20 years, and we're with American Idol. It is down to the top 20. Judges Luke Bryan, Lionel Richie, and Carrie Underwood will join us to talk live about this year's crop of contestants.
Looking forward to that. And actor, author, and original Brat Pack member Andrew McCarthy will be here to talk about his latest book, Who Needs Friends?
Now to Insider Secrets. We're going to save you some money on your next car. A former salesman is sharing what he learned on the job. Elizabeth Schulze joins us now with that story. Hey, Elizabeth.
Hey, Rhiannon. So buying a new car is more expensive than ever. Edmund says the average payment is at an all-time high, nearly $800 every month. We talked to a former dealership salesman who was first profiled in the Wall Street Journal and is now sharing insider tips for how to save buyers big money.
Hello, sales. I just wanted to see if you guys have a Honda Civic Type R.
It is in front of me.
Oh, it's in front of you. It's right there. It's available.
His clients say he's the ultimate car buying negotiator.
I assume you had a number in mind.
I'd like to be $3,000 the other way.
A former dealership salesman turned personal car buying advocate. Tommy Makula says he uses his insider knowledge and experience to haggle deals on behalf of new car shoppers, all for a flat rate of $1,000. The 33-year-old says his clients save on average about $6,000.
So many people hate the car buying process. Most of our clients care more about the time, the energy, the anxiety, because I don't have a secret wand. I don't have a magic sauce that saves you thousands of dollars more than you can on your own.
Working remotely, Makula also live streams his calls with dealerships.
You're the man because you got me $1,750 off, didn't you?
I did.
Bada boom, bada bing. Let's go.
We do that for transparency. My belief is that everybody should see what it's like to buy a car, so it raises awareness not only to dealerships, but consumers can see what they're up against.
He asked what I felt like were the right questions, and I was confident enough to give it a try, and I'm glad I did, and honestly, I won't buy a car another way at this point.
Craig Goodfriend of New Jersey says Makula's business helped him save thousands on cars for both himself and his son.
I think what's important is that, he can find you the best deal, but he's also saving me so much time and hassle.
So what are Makula's biggest tips?
I always say negotiate over the phone. It makes it much more of an analytical decision. When a dealership starts to play games, it's very easy to hang up your phone. It's not easy when you're sitting in front of a real human being.
Makula also stresses that competition is the best way to drive the price down and suggests getting 5 to 10 dealerships involved to bid against each other. And lastly, he says you should always ask questions about the advertised price for a car. Check if there are additional taxes, fees, and any mandatory dealership add-ons you have to pay for. If you don't ask for those things, the dealership may not tell you.
We reached out to the National Automobile Dealers Association to ask them about Makula's strategy. They said that buying a car is a big transaction and some consumers may opt to pay for a car buying service. They did add that these services are plentiful but can add on significant costs, guys.
All right, Elizabeth, great tips there. We appreciate you. And we're going to turn now to something very exciting. We have Gabby Windey here. You've seen her on The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, Dancing with the Stars, and Winning the Traitors. Now the tables are turning. She's hosting a new show on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. It's called Love Overboard. It brings the quest for love to a luxury yacht. Gabby, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you being here.
You can keep going. More accolades. Yes.
Well, this show's going to get some accolades, especially even if only for it's one of the best eliminations on reality TV.
Yes.
You have to walk a plank.
Yeah.
How shocking is that to actually be there and see that's how someone gets booted from the show.
Oh, it never becomes less shocking. I mean, even the sound is so loud that it's like having, I don't know, the auditory stimulation with that. You're like, are they gonna come up? Of course, they always do. Safety measures and precautions. But yeah, they go out in their like full cute outfits and the boys are fully dressed. I'm like, where's your wetsuit? Don't you need the buoyancy? And those guys with the muscles, they'll just sing, you know? It's like, but everyone made it.
Everyone made it.
Yes,
Everyone made it.
don't
Okay.
worry, legal.
Well, let's start about the start of the show, because 4 couples are told they're going to be living in luxury.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the contestants have a big twist. So here's a clip. Let's watch that first.
The remaining singles, you will be working, living, and breathing as crew on the downside of this boat.
I love the delayed reaction.
Yeah.
Did I hear you say this morning on GMA that it smells really bad down there? So
Terrible.
they have to live down there?
Yes.
Oh.
Like if you've been on the bottom of the boat ever, you know it's like sewage.
Oh, fun.
It's like, well, I don't actually know what they do with that, you know, but like not
Just
to get in
thinking
too
about
deep. Yes, but of course, like it's like them living down there. They got sick of it. They were in those bunks. There was one tiny bathroom for the girls. I'm like, can you imagine? I would be like breaking up every couple. It didn't matter if I'd like them or not. Like, this is your life you're talking about.
Well, in this case, you're not a contestant, you're a host.
and
How was
thank
that
God.
experience for you?
It was great. It's like, it's definitely just obviously a change in a role. It was a challenge. I had a lot of input in what I said and a part of the script. So they would give me kind of an outline and I got to punch it up and really make it my own.
Good.
Just because I want everybody to like recognize me and recognize my voice. So yeah, it was fun. It was obviously different work and it's better being on the other side of things.
Yeah, especially in this instance when you have to walk the plank and live downstairs.
And it was scary. They were shaking.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I bet. Yeah. Well, you actually, congratulations. You're celebrating
Thank
1 year
you.
of marriage to
Thank
Robbie
you.
Hoffman. And you guys got to go to the Vanity Fair Oscars
Yes.
party, which is the party for those who don't know. What was it like? Give us the tea.
I know. I will give her a little credit. I was her +1. But I'm like, it could have easily gone the other way.
Yeah.
Like they just said, you know, we're both going.
Right.
But
No pluses or minuses.
Yeah.
It was both
Right.
invited.
They
There you
just delivered the tickets to her.
Uh-huh.
It's like, obviously.
Yeah, you're married. It's all, you know,
Right.
marital property.
Yes,
The whole thing.
thank you.
You got it.
So what was it like? Give us the insider tea.
It was so fun, honestly. There was like Nicole Kidman. I mean, yeah, she's such an icon. Goldie Hawn, such an icon. Kate Hudson. Who else? Jane Fonda looked amazing. Yes. So, oh, there she is! Wait, you guys are so fast.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, and that looks just like her. What she was wearing because it's
That was
on
her.
Yes. Yeah, you
Makes
nailed
sense.
it.
Nailed it.
But yeah, no, so surreal being in a room with like people, you know, like watching that you've grown up with, truly.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay, well, congratulations on all of that. And before we let you go, we wanted to play a little bit of a game. I have some
Please.
props hiding behind this. You've got a red flag and a green flag. I'm going to have you take each of those.
Okay,
and we're going to ask
perfect.
you about something a partner may do, and you're going to let us know if it's a red flag or a green flag. Just snap reaction. So the first thing, your
always
partner never joins you when you go out with friends. Big time red flag.
Yes.
Okay, what if they hate chocolate?
I hate chocolate.
Oh, then for you, that's the green
That's
flag.
a green flag.
But I need someone different. No, my wife hates chocolate too.
Okay.
Like opposites attract green.
Your partner is not a coffee drinker. Red flag.
Yes. Do you have a soul? Are you just like naturally excited to go about the world? That's like not someone for me.
No? Okay, what about always lets you pick when it's time to order food delivery? Ooh.
Yeah, that is a green flag.
Yes,
But also maybe a red flag, like they need to have some opinions too.
I don't know, because I don't want to have, you know, Ethiopian food every night. That's
Okay.
Robbie's favorite.
Understood.
So you need
Yeah, yeah.
All right. They say in a marriage that one person will organize the dishwasher very neatly and the other one looks like a raccoon got in there. So red flag or green flag, your partner loads the dishwasher without organization.
Without?
Yeah.
At least they're loading the dishwasher. You know what?
Fair
I'm going to go
enough. Magnanimous.
Yes, because I think I load the dishwasher better, but
Yeah.
I would be happy to see her load the dishwasher.
All right. That's, compromise
She
there.
takes out the trash.
Hey, everybody's got a role.
I hate taking out the trash.
And your role is host of this great new show.
Yes,
So thank you, Gabby Windey,
please tune in.
for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. If you want to tune in, you go to Hulu or Hulu on Disney+. It's Love Overboard. It starts Thursday. And coming up right here today, debut author Cleanna O'Sullivan is here to talk about her Hidden Fire. That's our March GMA YA Book Club pick. Stay with us.
We are back now with the author of our March GMA YA Book Club pick, Cleanna O'Sullivan. Her debut novel, Her Hidden Fire, was an instant USA Today bestseller, and it asked the question, how far would you go to empower the one you love? We want to welcome Cleanna to our show. Welcome.
Thanks so much for having me.
It's so great to have you. I love the book. I was flipping through it earlier. I love the trim on the outside. It's so beautiful. And this is your debut novel.
Yes, exactly.
So tell us about it. It's about a fierce young woman who must make an impossible decision.
Exactly. So basically, Aya, when you meet her at the start of the book, she's a giver in a world of takers who are the channelers. And basically, what you find is that she's fierce and she's full of heart. She's 17 years old, but when the book opens, she's a servant, so she basically has no future until she discovers that she has this coveted magical ability, which is the ability to channel power. Oh. Now, this is life-changing for her, but the problem is that the person in her life who really needs to have this gift is her best friend and the boy that she's in love with, called Yunnan. Because if he isn't gifted, then his noble family is going to lose everything. So the book opens on his very big, very public magic test, and Aya is watching from the crowd, and she realizes at the last minute that he's about to fail. So she has to make this huge decision. And just in the moment, she can't bear the idea of him suffering such a public failure like that. So she secretly gifts him her power.
Wow.
So that everyone, including Yunnan himself, thinks he's the gifted one and he's the golden boy and not her.
Oh, wow.
So it's this one moment of kind of invisible sacrifice that changes her fate, it changes his fate, but also across the series, it ends up changing the fate of their whole world.
I am hooked. Well done, well sold, well constructed. Love that. So,
okay, I'll go now. So.
Yeah, no, we're going to keep talking. We got time, and I want to talk about Ireland, where the book takes place.
Yeah.
How did that magical, beautiful setting of Ireland influence the story and the book overall?
Well, first of all, the names are all based on Old Irish, which is kind of thousands of years old. So, because I wanted them to feel a bit fantastical to me as well. So they weren't all going to be like Sean and Mary. I just like, so like I kind of took these older names, but then also very much all the castles and the landscapes and so on, they're based on places that I know and love in Ireland. So for example, when Yunnan and Aya set out to the Dark Magic Academy, it's based on a real castle, which I can see there in Ireland. And as you can see, it's on Ireland's east coast with the sea behind it, and it's surrounded by forest. It's very beautiful, but it's also slightly forbidding, so you can kind of imagine the masters with their dark secrets there. And then what I did was I kind of transplanted the castle out to a real island in the Irish Sea called Lambay, just to kind of up the stakes for Aya a little bit more. And they have to travel across these mountains that are called the Black Stairs, which is a real mountain range in Ireland. And I just think Black Stairs, I'm sorry, but it's just like the coolest name.
Yeah, that's a perfect name
for like a mountain range. Like it was like served up to me on a plate. But I also think like with fantasy, like the world is a big part of a selling point for fantasy. And the thing is that, like, say if you take like Tolkien and Lord of the Rings, you can tell that he really loved Middle Earth and he really loved the languages that he built from Old English. And that's why people love it, because they can feel how much he loved it and it had an authenticity to it. So it made total sense for me to kind of take places that I knew and loved and a language that I know and love, and you kind of hope that some of that authenticity and that love will come through and really help you to be immersed in the story, because it's got these roots that are like thousands of years old.
Yes,
you know?
and quickly I just want to ask, because this is your debut novel, but you were a lawyer
before this, and that actually played a role in the themes of the book. Just tell us quickly how that...
Yeah, sure. So my background basically is that I grew up poor in rural Ireland because my father was an alcoholic. So I was your kind of classic eldest kid of an alcoholic, in the sense that I had to grow up very fast. I also did that thing that eldest kids of alcoholics do, which is you try to be perfect because you think that will somehow fix things at home. So I got like maximum points, like the equivalent of a perfect SAT, and a place to study medicine in college when I was 16. But then I had to give up my place because of my father's gambling debts. So when I was 16, 17, 18, I was working jobs like I was a fruit picker, I was working in a factory, on a factory line, and so on. And it was actually that gave me the seeds for Her Hidden Fire, because it's a story that's set in a world that's built on exploitation. But I also saw a lot of really good people who helped me because they knew I was trying to raise the money myself to someday get to college. So it was a combination of the two. But then it actually took a series of personal traumas for myself to actually sit down and start writing it, because what happened was that when my youngest son was born, he had meningitis at birth and he almost died. He was in a coma in intensive care for several weeks. A few months later, my mother died very suddenly, and then the company I was working in was closed or sold when we were let go. So it was kind of this thing of kind of thinking, okay, I was at home worried about my baby, grieving my mum, worried about money, and thinking my life cannot just be all about coping with the knocks. I need to prove to myself that there can be some joy and some wonder. And I remembered how much joy that reading YA fantasies had given me as a teenager when my parents were arguing. So I thought, I'm going to finally do that. I'm going to sit down and write that book that I've been carrying around in my head for years.
And you did it, Brianna.
There you go. And it got me to here.
We're so happy for you. And if you'd like to read Her Hidden Fire, it is available now. And coming up, don't go anywhere, because Alden Ehrenreich is here. It's going to be great.
All right, another great guest with us here today. You've seen him in the hit movie Weapons and on the Marvel show Ironheart. And now Alden Ehrenreich is starring in the play Becky Shaw. It's on Broadway. Alden, you're right here on the couch with us. We're thrilled to have you. Thank you for being here. So this play is about a blind date that goes off the rails.
Yes.
What's going on?
You meet all these different kind of self-destructive, crazy characters, and then this woman, Becky Shaw, enters their life, and I go on a date with her, and people start going pretty nuts. Yeah.
People start going nuts, and people in the audience have reacted a bit differently to how it goes?
The thing about the play is each character is extremely flawed, but Gina Gianfrido, the writer, really writes them with this very, a lot of humanity and a lot of understanding, but the audiences are kind of trying to figure out who they're supposed to root for, and really we're supposed to root for all of them. So every night, one night I can tell the audience just hates me for the first half of the play, and then the next night they'll really like me, and it's this roller coaster every night of watching the audience react. Yeah,
that's incredible. And this is your Broadway debut, but also a couple of your co-stars as well. Patrick Ball, who people love on The Pit, and also Madeline Brewer, who was on The Handmaid's Tale. So was this something that kind of bonded you all together? And
yeah, I mean, there was a moment when we first all walked onto the stage. I've only been in a Broadway house when I'm paying these high ticket prices and get to be there for 2 hours, and now we just walk onto that stage and look around. It becomes kind of your home for a few weeks, and all of us were really, it was a very moving moment. You spend your life as an actor, you're in drama school or you're in acting classes since you're 16, kind of thinking what that might be like, and it's very exhilarating.
Is it everything you dreamed of, that moment?
Yeah, and a lot of other things I didn't expect. It's a kind of a wild, ride, and I'm just very grateful to get to do it. Yeah.
Before we let you go, one of your co-stars in Weapons, Amy Madigan, finally won her Oscar.
Yeah.
A great moment for her, a great moment in the theater there. She had such a lively, fantastic speech. What was it like seeing her win and working with her and knowing her?
It's amazing. I did a movie with her 10 years ago, and getting to watch this thing of her getting this amazing role and the way that she, carried it off, and all the kind of excitement that people have had, it's just really special. I'm extremely happy for her.
Awesome. And we're extremely happy for you making your Broadway debut. And
Thanks
Becky Shaw, Alden Ehrenreich, thank you for joining us
Absolutely.
here. And you can see Alden and Becky Shaw at the Helen Hayes Theater right here in New York, and you can see us on GMA3 right here in just a second. Don't go anywhere.
That was a fun show.
Sure was.
I know.
What
so
a guest walking through.
A lot of good guests. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have much more news on Disney Plus on what you need to know.
Check it out anytime. Have a great day. We will see you tomorrow.